Flippy update.
Do you want fries with that?
Yay!
Woo!
That's right. And for those viewing, you just saw our new Flippy Update animation brought to us by the very talented and wonderful Faye Liverin, who is working through our jingles and creating fun animations to go along with it. So thank you very much, Producer Faye. Yes. Yeah, this is fun. And for those who are just listening, it's a wonderful sort of montage of lots of things. You've got the unfaithful boyfriend meme. For those who don't know, it's the meme of the guy holding his girlfriend's hand and they're walking down the street and he turns his head to look at the other woman and she makes a mad face and stuff like that. They are standing at a counter at a burger restaurant, and behind the counter, we've got Pepper, the robot, taking their order, and Flippy, the robot arm, serving up some delicious fries. And there's some fun Easter eggs in the back. You've got buff barista Basil off making some coffee. You've got Tweet Hungry Boys up on the menu there. And I'm sure there's more.
There's probably a lot more going on in the menu that it's hard to see because
it's a little blurry.
Yeah, they did the blur. It's in the background. Yes. It's not supposed to be the focus. So
really got to pay attention to find. But thank you, Faye Liverin. Love it, love it, love it. Incredible. Helping us step up the production value of the show. And with that, Gonz, it is time for the Flippy Update. And for those who don't know, Flippy is our colloquial name for the disembodied robot arms that are taking our jobs, enslaving our children, and flirting with our spouses. Not only are they cooking our burgers and fries, but they're also trying to be our best friends.
I thought you were going to say that not only are they cooking our brains, which is kind of they kind of are too, huh?
They could if they would if they could. But we use talking about Flippy as a way to explore all the new, fun, and exciting ways that robots are taking over the world, just how there's nothing we can do about it. Today, this is coming from thenextweb.com. That has a headline here that says, "This tiny robot is supposed to stop you from revenge texting." Revenge texting.
That's very specific.
Are you a revenge texter? Not sure I know exactly what it is.
I don't really know what that is. Is that only through text message, or is that through
I think it's when you're
kind
texting and you're maybe in an argument or something and you type out something that perhaps you wouldn't say in person, but you really are trying to hurt someone and you kind of do it in an emotional frenzy and never turns out good. Never good to put those types of things in writing.
Sure.
If I've learned anything from, the courts. So here we go. And for those who might be new, with the Flippy Update, we also we tend to focus heavily on the technocracy, the leadership of the world who is not elected, but they are future-oriented, technology-focused leaders of the world. You might think of them as like Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk or something like that, where technology is the savior if only we can apply it correctly. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's the basics. And also the social engineering aspect. Naturally, we are all skeptical of robots, but what are the technocrats doing to try to change that? And here we go. It isn't every day you stumble across the weirdest robot ever. Well, Tristan Green, speak for yourself. This is my job, okay? I'm constantly coming across the weirdest robots ever.
We forget that anytime we bring a story with any kind of reporter here, this is direct competition, Basil. You're really scoping out and deconstructing your adversaries in the reporting of robots.
And speaking of revenge texting, perhaps I should have a robot to help me keep
revenge
me from revenge
podcasting.
Right? Because I've come to the point in my life, which is certainly hubris and not healthy, and someday I will be humbled. But when I see a writer talking about robots, I just think dilettante.
Okay.
So this is coming from Dilettante Tristan Green.
Yes.
Here we go. It isn't every day you stumbled across the weirdest robot ever, but if you can guess this little machine's function, just by looking at it, you've officially won the internet for today. No, it doesn't vibrate, but you're close. The researchers call it Omoy.
Omoy. Yeah.
No, it's a Japanese thing.
It means heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Omoi. A handheld robotic gadget that shifts its weight to express emotions and intentions. Apparently, its purpose is to read your texts aloud and calm you down when you get upset. It does this by moving a 250-gram weight around inside its torso area. The researchers, a team from the University of Tsukuba, claim the physical sensation of feeling a weight shift inside the robot adds gravitas to what it says. Per their recently published paper, here's a block quote. This paper discusses the use of a handheld social robot deployed as a mediator in text messaging between humans. And this is the key, Gonz. This is another example of robots being inserted between two humans to be a mediator in a human-robot relationship. Notably, we saw this expressed in
or mediator between human.
Is that not what I said?
You said human robot.
Sorry,
but yeah,
sorry.
That makes sense.
You're right. Human-to-human relationships being mediated by robots, and we saw this expressed in the beer commercial. What was that? Sam Adams. Sam Adams commercial where the security guards at the Sam Adams factory got partied with some robots.
Right.
And the robot was put in charge of helping him text his girlfriend, stuff like that.
Right.
Which these are obviously two different scenarios, but this is basically the real life version of that commercial.
Yeah, give you advice, give you social advice.
How are we supposed to